Hi, everybody. It's Rick here, and wanted to give you a little Thanksgiving message. As you can see, it's fall time, and it's time for us to think about gratitude and think about all the amazing blessings in our lives. So I took the word gratitude, made a little anagram for it, and the G starts for generosity. It's a great time of year to be giving, thinking of others before yourself, and that can be family members, that could be friends, that could also be the people in your practice and the people who work for you. Remember, you get a lot of the accolades, but they're the ones that do a lot of the work. So please don't ignore how hard the amazing men and women who work in your practice helping your vision to come true really do work hard for you, and continue to give them the accolades they deserve. The R is for releasing outcomes. Let me get rid of the annoying leaves. There we go. So releasing outcomes to me is about, sometimes we are so big on setting goals that we forget about the process. They're only focused on the destination. Releasing outcomes really is a Wayne Dyer thing about remembering what it takes to not only set the goal, but it's about the journey and the process and what you learn along the way. And if you're so linked into the outcome, look at what happened because of our election and what's happening to the country and the division just because of one outcome. So don't ignore the process of learning and growing and expanding and taking limiting beliefs and shedding them once and for all. The next one, the A, is for abundance. So many of us forget that the world is abundant. It's universal, right? It's almost like the pizza. Just because I took a slice doesn't mean that's one less slice for you. The universe puts it right back. It's like the all-you-can-eat buffet. There's always going to be more there. And if you think abundantly in all the aspects of your life, don't forget to give this lesson to your children. Having them, I don't know if you remember back in the day of if you had a pack of gum and one of your friends said, "Could I have a piece?" And say, "Oh, I can't give you that one. That's my last one." Give away your last piece of gum. The universe will reward you with many more packs of gum after that. The T is for time. Time is the only thing that all of us have that's exactly the same. We all have the amount of same, days in a month and hours in a day and minutes in the hour, etc. How are you spending your time? Tell yourself the truth about how much time you're wasting sitting on social media and sitting on regular television and watching videos when you could be making a difference in someone else's life face to face. The next one is I, which is for influence. You don't realize how much influence you have over the people in your life. You're not just affecting their spine, their nervous system, but you can affect and influence their character, their decision making, their understanding of the human body, the understanding of how to raise their children, the understanding of just because they've had a specific type of behavior for decades and decades doesn't mean you can transform them into a new version of health and healing and a better version of themselves overall. Make sure you realize you influence a lot of different peoples in a lot of different ways. The next one is tithing. Tithing is about giving to charity. And charity doesn't have to be something that you see on TV or one of the well-known ones. You could be forming your own. You could be giving to a local food bank or a local family that you know is in need. Tithing is just about the feeling of giving before taking care of others before yourself and not expecting anything in return, which I think is sometimes difficult for people. The next one is universal intelligence. So if you studied chiropractic and you learned about the universal intelligence that's in all matter, continually giving to it all of its properties and actions, thus maintaining it in existence, if that sounds like you might have learned that in school, the major premise, the universal intelligence will continue to guide you through your life as long as you have the faith, confidence, and belief that everything does happen for a reason. And just because something happened to you, whether it's a success or a failure, it doesn't define you. The actions that have happened to you in your life don't define you. They're just things that have happened. Learn the lesson and move on. Finally, the D is for do the right thing. I think this is really difficult for people sometimes. Typically, your instinct tells you what the right thing to do is. Do the right thing. Do the right thing by people. Do the right thing in business. Do the right thing financially, which we talked about with tithing and giving and thinking about others before yourself. Make sure you also, remember, charity begins at home. Take care of you. Take care of the people that you love the most. That's your family and your friends and your coworkers and the people that are in your circle of influence. Do the right thing by them, and that's when the universe rewards you for your proper action. And finally, the E is for everybody wins. I think if you have generosity and you release the outcomes of what you're going for and striving for in your life, and you understand the world as an abundant place, and you spend your time focused in ways that are beneficial not only to yourself but to others as well, and you use your influence over other people for the better, and you tithe and give to other causes, and you understand the focus of universal intelligence rewarding you and continuing to run this whole circle, and finally do the right thing, the E is for everybody wins. It's a great time of year to look back and be thankful, and I hope after this you're a little bit more filled with gratitude, because I know I'm grateful having all of you in my life.